Well, we're taking a live look at the live Artemis tracker as the Artemis II team completes a 10-day mission.
The Artemis II astronauts are planned to return tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time.
And with the splashdown happening today in the Pacific Ocean and along the coast of San Diego, weather may have an impact on the splashdown goes.
So we have Andrew Stutzky here in Moline, but talking about that weather that's going to be far west of us. What can they be expecting later on?
Exactly, yeah. There's a reason that they choose the West Coast for this kind of thing, and that is it's a very stable and oftentimes quiet weather pattern that's involved. And that's exactly what we've got this morning. You don't even have hardly a cloud in the sky in the San Diego region. You also have very light winds. Temperatures by this evening are expected to be in the 60s, and the light winds will continue. So weather-wise, no impacts expected for the return. You've got nearly ideal conditions ongoing in that part of the country as we welcome everybody back home later this evening.
All right, Andrew, thank you. And this morning, the Artemis II mission team is planning to get ready for the spacecraft to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere.
Now, re-entry is the most dangerous part of the entire mission. They're expected, Devin, to reach a speed of about nearly 35,000 feet per second as they're coming back here to Earth.
Yeah, and here are some steps that the crew will follow during their re-entry.
For re-entry, a service model will separate, and this will be for about 40 minutes before the spacecraft reaches the upper atmosphere. Then a burn will highlight the flight path to the landed area. The Orion spacecraft will then begin a series of roll maneuvers.
Orion will enter Earth's atmosphere at about 400,000 feet, according to NASA.
And this right here is the parachute sequence that the Orion is planning to follow. Once they re-enter the Earth's atmosphere, the parachute plan will start about 35,000 feet and then deploy its parachutes near 22,000 feet.
Now, the next steps will be releasing the 3 main parachutes around 6,000 feet, and this will slow the capsule down for the landing. And now, this map right here is the landing area for the splashdown. The plan is for it to be off the coast of San Diego, where recovery teams will pick the crew up in helicopters, and then they will get medical checks before traveling back to shore.
The Artemis II Orion vehicle manager has said that the spacecraft looks good and will be ready for the re-entry as well as the splashdown.
And we've reviewed all the systems, we've reviewed all the re-entry procedures and activities, and we are good to go. And so the team's done an excellent job walking through those, ensuring that those systems on board Orion and on the ground are ready to support. Orion remains healthy. It's been working fantastic.
But despite the spacecraft looking good, there is still a lot of boxes to check off the list before tonight. So take a listen.
I have a whole checklist in my head that we're going through of all the things that have to happen. The forward bay cover has to come off, the drogues have to come out, the main chutes have to deploy, the reefing systems have to cut, and we have to get touchdown angle alignment correct and then hit the water correctly.
Now it's time for a quick recap of this mission. So we have the 4 astronauts who work with scientists on Earth to facilitate the science investigations to plan for the future human space flights.
Yeah, now they also broke the record for farthest human space flight. They traveled 248,655 miles from Earth. And this was previously set by the Apollo 13 mission in 1970.
Wonder if you can phone a friend from that far away.
Right, makes you wonder, right?
And this is humanity's first flight to the moon since 1972. In a throwback to the Apollo, NASA's Artemis mission sent 4 astronauts that we mentioned on this lunar fly-around.
And they hurtled several thousand miles beyond the moon, hung a U-turn, and then on their way back.
The first crew Artemis flight marked a key step towards long-term return to the moon and for future missions to Mars.